Tonight at the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, we're going to go through all the cancellation of all these wrestling events that were canceled over the weekend because of the coronavirus. Plus, WrestleMania is going to get canceled next week. They gave WWE and Vince McMahon a week to figure out what they're going to do with WrestleMania. That and much more, the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. Welcome back, guys. This is the Ultimate One coming to you live from New York. And today, of course, like I mentioned in the intro, we're going to be talking about all these cancellations that happened over the weekend or this past week of all these wrestling promotions and the events that got canceled. I, for one, was been kind of feeling sad and kind of angry at the same time because over the weekend I like going through all my wrestling matches, all the stuff that I have missed from every promotion. It's bad enough that New Japan right now has canceled all, and when I say all the events for the month of March. The New Japan Cup tournament canceled. The anniversary show canceled. So I don't know when they're gonna come back, but this whole coronavirus situation has not only taken the NBA, the NHL, and Major League Baseball, and has taken steps that is scaring everybody around, but it also has hurt the wrestling industry and the wrestling world. A lot of people right now is wondering what's going to happen. I mean, last night we saw WWE took a Smackdown and put it in the Performance Center, which I was not happy about that. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to explain to you why in a minute. But now, now AEW is going to do something similar, but they said they're going to have audience, but it's going to be very minimum. And their shows got canceled. So I'm going to give you a rundown of all the shows that have been canceled. The WWE was supposed to have a Road to WrestleMania here in New York in Madison Square Garden. That got canceled. I think tonight NXT was supposed to be in Venice, Florida. That got canceled. Daytona, Florida. Tomorrow NXT. That got canceled. Youngstown, Ohio. Canceled. New York City, like I just mentioned, MSG show, that got canceled. There was rescheduled stuff from WWE. The Smackdown course last night, you saw it. They had the Detroit show that was supposed to be in Detroit. They got canceled. Now they brought it to the Performance Center. I'm going to explain to you why I did not like that. And I'm going to tell you that in a minute. Toronto, tonight, canceled. Youngstown, Ohio again, canceled. March 16, which is this Monday coming up. Pittsburgh. The Raw is going to be taped just the way SmackDown was, 3 hours. So, I mean, I'm going to talk about that in a little while. All Elite Wrestling, they rescheduled the March 18. Rochester, New York was supposed to be this Wednesday. That's going to be taped with a limited audience in Daily Place this Wednesday in Jacksonville, Florida. And they rescheduled that for July 8th. The AEW Bloods and Guts, that was supposed to happen March 25th. That's been postponed. I don't know if they're going to have it. That big cage match and what they're gonna do it next week, which is the Daily Place in Jacksonville. Ring of Honor had the 18th anniversary show this week. Matter of fact, last night it was supposed to happen. That got canceled. The past and the present that was supposed to happen tonight, that got canceled. AAA and Major League Wrestling from Tijuana, Mexico, that's still scheduled to take place. Evolve 147 and 148 got postponed for May 8th. And May 9th. New Japan again, like I said, they show's been canceled from the 1st of this month all the way to the 21st. Everything canceled. Everything. Independence event, Big Time Wrestling, Ohio. That's been rescheduled. MCW, Maryland. That was postponed for tonight. It's postponed to the 29th of May. March 15, which is this tomorrow. That got postponed. The 22nd, Copa, Virginia. That got postponed. Access, Maryland, that got postponed. So basically what I'm trying to say is that a lot of the stuff, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, LA, March 29th, that got postponed. So the whole wrestling world has been impacted. And now the biggest question out of them all is WrestleMania going to get canceled? They supposedly had a meeting with Tampa Bay officials and government officials this past Thursday with WWE about WrestleMania, since WrestleMania this year is going to be where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play at. I forgot the damn name of the damn stadium, but anyway. And they were supposed to come with an answer whether they're going to do the WrestleMania or not. Officials claim they're still on with further notice and they're going to be watching, monitoring what's going on. The governor of Florida said that they should cancel all major big events with more than 500 more gatherings ever. So now my question is Vince McMahon is not going to care what about this coronavirus, people getting sick, and he's still going to go on with the WrestleMania. Now, McMahon has a history of not caring about nothing but money. If we could go back, what happened on 1999 when Owen Hart got killed in one of the pay-per-views called Judgment Day, the show kept on. And a lot of people felt that that should have not happened. But this is McMahon. Now, I mean, of course, he at that time was he could do whatever the hell he wants because nobody's going to stop him from completing the show, even though Owen Hart died that night. Now, this situation is a little bit different because these are government officials. And even if McMahon decides that he wants to go on with WrestleMania, what is he going to do with the thousands of people that purchase WrestleMania tickets outside of the United States, mostly people from Europe? You know, Europe right now has a travel ban. They are not allowed. Europeans are not allowed to come to the United States because of what the president of the United States did this past, I believe, was Wednesday or Thursday, where he gave a travel ban for 30 days, which means that by the time that travel ban is over, WrestleMania already has happened or it's been canceled because WrestleMania is April 5th. 30 days to that is April 14th. So, I mean, what is McMahon going to do? You know, is he going to try to convince officials, no, we're going to be good? And what happens with all those people that purchase all these wrestling tickets? Thousands and millions of dollars worth of tickets that God knows how many people bought overseas to come see WrestleMania. So there's a lot of things going on. What's going to happen? What's going to happen now with all these matches that's been set up? The Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre, the Goldberg versus Roman Reigns, the Fiend and John Cena. And supposedly John Cena has a movie coming up, and I think that got pushed back to next year, whatever. But he's going to have to go back to do filming. What's going to happen with that? I mean, if WWE doesn't have bad luck, they're having bad luck. Because last week I told you guys they were getting sued by somebody about the relationship with Saudi Arabia. They're getting sued for that. Now they're getting hit with this. I personally feel that sometimes, you know, when you do the ugly, God don't like ugly. And you're going to pay for it sooner or later. And McMahon, right now, he doesn't care about anything but making money. Right now, his XFL season got canceled. Won it out. They didn't even get to finish the season. So everything that's happening to WWE right now, and they're doing desperation moves. They've been doing desperation moves since the announcement of AEW. And now with this going on, I mean, now this is not an AEW effect. I'm not saying this is an AEW effect, but this is something serious that has to do with health, people getting sick. My thing is, what is McMahon going to do now? Is he going to move it to the? I mean, you can't move WrestleMania to the Performance Center. I mean, that'd be laughable. You know, where is he going to move it at? I mean, you saw what he said last night, and like I said, I'm going to explain to you what the situation about last night. He moved the show from Detroit to the PC Performance Center. Nobody in there. If you look, the Performance Center was empty. The wrestlers were coming out like they were mocking for the fans, which I found it real dumb. And then to top it off, Sean Ross Sapp put something on 5 Foot where he was watching the event, and when they went on commercial break, the wrestlers stopped wrestling. They took a break while the referee fixed the rope, tag rope, and I'm like, what? If you're filming, why do you have cameras for then? If you're gonna do that, you're gonna film live feed, make it look like you guys are wrestling, but then when it goes to commercial, you take a break, and then you go right back into it. for that, if you're gonna do that, you might as well give the wrestlers a break. That's the way I see it. You need, I mean, yeah, you lost money because you weren't able to. Oh, actually, you didn't lose money because people bought tickets for Detroit. And I'm sure they're rescheduling that, so they still got the money. But if you these wrestlers are wrestling for what? Because they're wrestling for who? For an empty arena? I don't understand it. And just to please the Fox executives. So they're going to tell you Fox, WWE are hungry for money. They don't care about anything because at the end of the day, the commercial still runs. They still get money for those advertising. They don't care. They didn't care if you like the fact that they were wrestling with no fans in it. It remind me of remind me of a Sting versus Kurt Angle match in Impact when there was no fans in the ring. It was just I couldn't watch it. I saw that and I turned it off. That was a turn off. And that to me is like, McMahon, are you serious? Can you give the wrestlers a break for one night? You know, there's a situation, a crisis going on, and you're still thinking about, oh, let me put SmackDown on the air so we could get advertising revenue. You know, and you know what? And if they cancel WrestleMania, like I said, everything comes full circle. McMahon has been monopolizing the wrestling industry. He holds down wrestlers. He locks wrestlers on ridiculous contract. Don't want them to do anything unless WWE is involved. Or no, they don't want to do nothing. So everything comes in full circle. And like I said, it is sad that I saw this last night and I'm saying, wait a minute. Ring of Honor has canceled. New Japan has canceled. And New Japan is one of the biggest. They are WWE like in Japan. And they cancel all their shows. The anniversary show, one of the biggest shows that they have, there's not a Wrestle Kingdom like, but it's a big anniversary show. Okay? And also the New Japan Cup tournament, which is real big in Japan, and they had to cancel. Why WWE can't cancel? It's because revenues. It's about advertising revenue. It's about money, corporate greed. And this is why WWE, sometimes I look at them and be like, they don't care about nothing but making money. They don't care about the fans. If they would care about the fans, let's be realistic. And I'm telling you right now that all these trolls online like to jump on my back. Oh, this and this and that. WWE is doing great. And you are AEW. Let me tell you something. First of all, I don't care what you got to say because that's why I'm doing this. And you're the one responding on the other side of the computer key looking stupid, talking about, WWE doing right. No, because let's be realistic. If they care about the fans, you know what I'm saying? Instead of caring about making money and pleasing themselves and pleasing their pockets, they wouldn't have done that last night. There's no need to do that last night. No need to put SmackDown on TV with no audience. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if the same thing was going to go with AEW. When I see it, if it looks empty and doesn't have fans, I'm going to say the same thing. Why you did this? Because advertising for money, whatever. It's like I said, Ring of Honor, who is one of the promotions that need the money the most, had no choice but to cancel both of the biggest shows this year. And right now, the Supercard of Honor looks like it may get canceled. Because it looks it's going to cancel. And as sad as it is, how is Jay White, how is Switchblade Jay White, Ishii and Mori, all these guys are going to come from Japan to the United States with this some restrictions in travel ban? They did it. Why WWE can't do it? At the end, the way I'm looking at it, and I could be wrong, WWE is going to be forced to cancel WrestleMania. It'll be the first time they're going to cancel WrestleMania because things are getting worse. I'm not going to talk about politics, what's going on, whatever, but the way I'm looking at it, if Major League Baseball had just right now canceled the season or delayed the season for 2 weeks, NHL suspended their seasons, the NBA suspended their season, okay, the tennis suspended their events. If they suspend everything, why WWE thinks they're above everybody and they think they won't be able to cancel? This is going to get canceled. If you guys don't believe me, you guys may. I'm sure you're going to get into my comments and you're going to try to bite my head off. But at the end of the day, that life matters and wrestling right now doesn't matter right now at this point because this is a crisis that's going on. So at the end of the day, WWE is still going to lose money because you're not going to be able to get all those fans from Europe to come to the United States, to come to WrestleMania. Probably half of your stadium is going to be empty, and you're going to have to end up giving all that money back. So, well, this is enough of me rambling. I mean, unfortunately, I was thinking, what am I going to talk about this week? Because wrestling just is now canceled. It's like a season canceled. Same way with NBA and everything. There's nothing really to watch. There's not really nothing to enjoy yourself because this whole thing has just been magnified to the thousands. And now, when are we gonna get wrestling back? I don't know because I don't watch Smackdown. I don't care about Smackdown. They desperate. WWE's desperate. I don't watch that. I've been boycotting WWE for the bullshit that happening with Ray Wyatt and Goldberg. It's just stupid. And like I said, everything they did has come down to this now. Now you're going to be stuck. If there's no WrestleMania, you're going to get stuck with two guys. You're going to have Brock Lesnar still the champion, and then you're going to have 53-year-old man Goldberg as your champion. And this is what all these trolls online that make fun of AEW, make fun of every other promotion about champion, this champion. Look at your guys now. You're going to end up being stuck with a 53-year-old guy as your champion after WrestleMania. And I'm telling you right now, I don't see WrestleMania going. I don't see it. If it does, I'll be so surprised. And if it happens, Tampa Bay officials and everybody who is involved in that should be ashamed of themselves because they're thinking about money over health. That's what I got to say about that. Until then, guys, check out my YouTube channel. I upload a video every week. Check out my content that I have on my channel. Check out the links on top: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Click those. Check the Anchor link there. That's my audio podcast. I do every 2 weeks. I do an audio about wrestling, things that are going on in the news, what comes with wrestling, and much more, guys. Just hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give me that like. That will help my channel. Until then, guys, you have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Again, there is no wrestling this weekend. We don't know when it's going to come back. Wednesday, they're thinking AEW will be back. They claim they're going to do it at the Daily Inn, whatever it's called, the place. And it's going to be limited fans. We'll see about that. Let's see how that goes. Until then, guys, enjoy your weekend. Until then, have a blessed one.